We now recognize the gentlelady from Florida, Ms. Lee.
Thank you, Sheriff, for being with us here today, and to all of our witnesses. The testimony that we have heard today makes clear that the crisis and lawlessness at our southern border is endangering every American community. Drug cartels and human traffickers are exploiting our failure to secure the southern border, and their criminal activities are eroding community safety across America. In my community, authorities in Polk County confiscated recently 11 pounds of fentanyl. Following this drug bust, our state's Attorney General Ashley Moody announced that authorities had seized enough fentanyl in the last few months to kill every single Floridian. We have an obligation to take action to protect our communities, and we are a nation of laws. We have an obligation to enforce our laws, to secure our borders, and to keep our communities safe. I'd like to return, Mr. Dunn, to your testimony and first express my sincere condolences for your loss. As a mother, it is particularly important to me that we always remember that this isn't just a crisis of statistics, that this is a tragedy in individual American families that cannot be set right. I would appreciate it, sir, if you would do us the honor of sharing with us a little bit more about your son. What was he like?
He was an athlete. He played football. He was an honor roll student. He was a friend. He had so many friends.
How would you describe the threat of fentanyl poisoning to your son and to other young men and women who are like him across America?
It's there. I mean, he was exposed to it by somebody that he considered a friend, and he unfortunately didn't survive. He had other friends days later that were poisoned also, and luckily they were saved. The threat is real, and we've met at least 30 or so families personally in the short amount of time that we've been doing what we've been doing, and we don't get into what politics each other follows. I don't know the political affiliations of any of them. We don't talk about politics. It's not a political issue. But every single one that I've talked to since they found out I was coming here was, tell them we have a problem.
Could you tell us about your organization, the Forever 15 Project?
We primarily speak to schools. We're really trying to reach the youth in our communities. We do public speakings at schools, churches, any organization that'll have us come out and speak. We've partnered with the Hays County Sheriff's Department. They do a presentation that presents facts and statistics on fentanyl, and then Janelle will tell our story to make it relatable to the young people we're talking to. We also do a lot of awareness through billboards. We paid to have a billboard in Hays County. We were fortunate enough to be provided other locations throughout the state of Texas because of the overwhelming response that media company received about our billboard. Just anything we can do to get the word out is what our focus is.
And are there changes that you would like to see enacted or things that we can do to help ensure that another tragedy like this doesn't occur?
Just stop it from getting here. I mean, there's always going to be drugs smuggled in. It's happened forever. But, you know, in the last couple of years, not just fentanyl, but all narcotic smuggling has increased exponentially. And while that in and of itself is bad, fentanyl is far deadlier than any other drug out there. And it has a greater ability to kill more Americans than any other drug out there.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman, I yield the remainder of my time.
Thank the gentlelady.